All right, welcome back to another episode of the Better Roadways Podcast. As always, I'm your host, CEO of Pavement Management Group, James Golden. And today we're going to dive into a little bit about the future of pavement management regarding artificial intelligence. Obviously, that's a hot topic in our industry right now. It's a hot topic everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's AI being used. I'm actually using AI as we speak when I do this podcast. How am I using it? Just give you a couple quick hits on what we're doing here. Basically, I've got a tool. I'm going to record this podcast and give you a little bit of game on how we do these podcasts, by the way. So we're going to do this video-based recording. I'm going to talk, throughout about this topic. And then we've got an AI tool that's basically going to do a quick transcription of this for me. And then I got another AI tool that's going to take this MPEG-4 video that is being published, and it's going to create an MP3, which gives me the podcast content, if you will, for Spotify, for Apple Podcasts, things like that. Those are just some really great quick hit uses of artificial intelligence, along with, Grammarly, for example, the writing the content. It's going to take the transcription and give me some great suggestions. AI is baked into a lot of applications right now. Your smartphone really isn't smart anymore if you don't have artificial intelligence baked into it. It spans a wide variety of applications than just say Chat GPT or DeepSeek or these other things that you're talking about. So specifically, I'm going to talk more about our industry, pavement management. This is very important. What you're seeing right now, by and large, from companies offering AI or toting AI is basically a roadway condition assessment, okay? The roadway condition assessment itself is not a pavement management program. It is not. It is just a process, if you will, a route and a path to get eyes on your roadways and produce a condition. The condition can be a 1 to 10, a 1 to 5, a 0 to 100. Who knows? So when you're taking a look at AI-based roadway condition assessments, you really need to be asking a lot of questions. And unfortunately, so many of you are not asking these questions. So I'm going to tee this up for you and help you out a little bit as I dive into this. Question number one should obviously be, what distresses is your AI capable of documenting, and to what confidence level do you have in that? See if they're actually able to open up the curtain, if you will. We'll go back to the Wizard of Oz, I say it all the time, and show you some things, show you a demonstration. Who actually trained the AI models that they are using? That's very important. It's a very important question. I've got some theories on some of this. I'm not going to dive into those today on this episode, but you have got to start asking yourself, if you're seeing yet another AI roadway condition assessment company come online, and then yet another one and another one, common sense should tell you they probably got their algorithms from the same place or process. What I will tell you, as someone who has actually done the machine learning, our company continues to do machine learning on distresses for AI, all in-house, all by our own development team. It's very important to know that you have to have a human intelligence factor being applied to the machine learning so that the AI algorithm can be created properly. I'm not going to dive into all the intricacies of the algorithm and the development, the fine tuning, the amount of labels that you need, all that stuff today. But it's very important to understand that, we're a company, we're a team over here that's actually doing those activities and processes, so when you are getting an evaluation from an AI-based company, it's one thing to look at the color of the road that they're giving you and the condition they're giving you, but what's behind the scenes there, and is that really lining up with your thoughts and processes? Transparency is important. Following standards, we believe, is important. Does it have to be ASTM? No, of course not. You don't have to have an ASTM condition assessment. A lot of companies out there will claim that they've got an ASTM process behind there. The truth of the matter, it's probably not. It's probably just a Frankenstein process that they've done to kind of take their existing platform of how they train things and convert that to a PCI, pavement condition index. Again, questions you should be asking. I'm very excited about the future of our industry. I love seeing more and more vendors coming into the market to kind of help validate the need for quality road condition assessments, fair pricing. It's very important. The future of pavement management is absolutely AI-based for sure, but we have to understand that you're always going to have an element of human intelligence factored in every step of the way. It's very important. AI will not do it all for you. It will not do it all for you. Some other things that you want to consider when you're taking on or putting out these RFPs, RFQs, and things like that is, what level of involvement do you want to have as the client, as the, say the municipality? A lot of these offerings, pretty smart. I'm not gonna lie. It's basically going to ship you a sensor or ship you a phone, and you're going to go drive around and capture it all. You're going to stick it on your fleet. The garbage trucks, I hear this stuff all the time. And then they just want to process the data. They just want to process, within their platforms. I get it. But you have to, again, understand that that's not pavement management. Pavement management is a systematic approach to the annual maintenance and repair of your roadways. So getting the condition, assuming that it's accurate, it's objective, it's repeatable. And when I say repeatable, it's repeatable in the good way, right? I see this all the time. I see roadways being qualified basically not qualified, but documented, if you will, as being a good pavement. Then when you actually go look through it and you're like, wow, I've got about 20% base repairs that I'm going to have to do in here before I would do anything. How did this get rated to be good? Same with maybe fair or poor pavements, maybe some of these are coming in and you're seeing roads lining up in a fair or poor quality state that you're looking at saying, I don't need to do anything to this road for another 3, 4, 5 years. So what I would tell you is the way I look at this stuff is if I see just one anomaly that doesn't line up, and if you understand that came from an artificial intelligence process, it's going to be throughout your system. Because the good thing about AI is it is repeatable and it is objective, but only against what it was taught. So that's what you got to understand. Very important there. The future of pavement management with artificial intelligence is bright. It's very exciting, if you will. And we've got great competitors in the market space right now offering some really cool tools. It spans pavement management or roadway condition assessments. As you know, we're getting into a lot of different types of asset data collection. Very important as well for you as municipal owners. Take a look at all of your assets, all of your infrastructure as one. But the other thing that I see, again, very important, I go back to this all the time, is the inventory capturing or the inventory process. If you don't have an organized inventory of your roadway segments, you have to have roadway segments because why? That's how you plan. That's how you actually put dollars and cents and bids and specifications out there for your annual maintenance and repair program. The roadway condition assessment must be in alignment with how you are going to approach project planning. It's very important, very important. So if the vendor is just driving your roads or you're just driving your roads and it's painting colors on a map, that's fine. Do you have an accurate length, width, area of that pavement section? Very important. And yes, there are some AI tools. We're developing some on our end to help speed up that process for inventory as well. It's very important. If I don't have an accurate area for every pavement section, how can I have an accurate project plan against that? Right? Very important for you to consider. It's also equally important when you start talking about project planning that the vendor should have good, solid knowledge in all the different types of treatment applications that are available to you from the top of the curve all the way down, right? From rejuvenation to crack sealing to micros, slurries, capes, chip seals, your hot in place, cold in place recyclings, your mill and overlays, your full depth reclamations, your full depth repairs, all of those things. Because if they don't have that knowledge, the recommendations coming out of that platform are not going to be in alignment for you as the client. So you need to think about those things as well. That's what we see at Pavement Management Group. We see being able to take data that you're already using, that you already know, like, and trust from, say, Esri, ArcGIS. Our solution on the back end is in ArcGIS, very important. We want to be able to share the information back and forth. When we onboard client data, we're able to go through that process of inventory, go out and capture high definition video, break those distresses down, qualify those for the right type of treatments. Again, right pavement, right treatment, right time, give you high level cost estimates based on real unit costs. That's another key important factor here that you have to understand. If you're getting generalized costs and you're in the northern part of, say, New York versus Long Island, New York, it could be two different numbers, let alone I'm in the state of Ohio right now, right? You have to be very dialed in to the unit costs that are happening in your area. It's important to have relationships with contractors in your region, as the vendor, because that's where these unit costs are coming from, and staying ahead of what we're predicting prices to be. Speaking of predicting, predictive analysis is another key feature of pavement management, right? Predictive analysis. If your PCI was a 50 last year, what do you expect it to be next year in 12 months? A lot of factors go into that. What's the age of the pavement? What was the current condition of the pavement? What type of pavement? What type of traffic is it getting? What type of climate? Did you go through 5 freeze-thaw periods over the winter or only 2 or none? All of these things factor into predictive analysis. And again, AI is very bright. It's built, it's equipped to handle these things, but you have to have the right human intelligence on the back end, providing and feeding all the variables to produce these types of results. That's what we're doing at Pavement Management Group. We're seeing others do it as well. It's, again, very exciting. I love watching and monitoring the cool types of solutions that are coming to the marketplace. We're just one of them. And we're happy to answer and address all those types of questions. As I'm in the market and talking about it, we're open to showing exactly what we do, how we do it, where our algorithms came from, the AI, all the stuff. Very important. So what I kind of see, full future, here in terms of AI is basically going to be a wide variety of tools throughout the process and the workflow of a vendor or a consultancy like ours, processing the data for you, making sure that it's all in harmony, all aligning with standards and meeting your goals and objectives. Every client's a little bit different. If you've got 10 miles of pavement versus, 10,000 miles of pavement, it's going to be a little bit of different rhyme and approach. Each one of you as an agency are going to have different goals and objectives. The pavement management offering has to be built and equipped to handle those and satisfy those for you. So it's very important to think about those. So think of AI more along the lines of they're tools, not solutions in a lot of ways, right? You want to see the company providing these tools along the, every step of the way. And your expectation should be a very satisfying, quality, deliverable, meeting those goals and objectives that were set out in a timely manner. That's also important, So if your vendor, is just doing the processing and you think it's taking too much time, you have to ask yourself, have you done your job, right? As the municipality or the client, have you captured all the video? Have you driven all the streets? Because they're going to need that from you. Like at PMG, we're more like a turnkey white glove type of service is how I like to, kind of pitch it, if you will. We're going to go do all of it for you. We take care of it and we speed up this process and we're very quick in how we turn around these things. And we're built for growth and scalability and all the things. If you're getting data trickling in slowly but surely and, you're getting a final result 12 months, 18 months later, that data is no longer necessarily actionable for what you're setting out to do. It's now old. It's out of date. So just because there's an AI offering doing something and doing some activities for you, if you don't have it delivered in a timely manner, what's the use of it? You're going to have to go out and do it again and recapture it all, So think about all those different types of things, as we talk about AI. Again, the future's bright. It's exciting to see what's happening. I've got a lot of expectations for artificial intelligence every step of the way, all the way down to generative AI use and use cases. I really see a world where we're able to just basically ask through the right types of prompts our solution, what's happening. Show me the areas of opportunity. Tell me what these costs are going to be because it'll be working with live data every step of the way. That's what you need to develop quick, standardized project plans to get these things out on time for bidding, specifications, all of those different types of things. And it's important, again, roadway condition assessment does not equal pavement management. That's just an indicator. Your condition is an indicator. It's what we're doing with those indicators to help lead us to making quality decisions down the line. Treatment qualification is going to be paramount here. Understanding your backlog, your costs, very important. And again, that predictive factor of how your pavements are performing over time. So I'll give you a quick example. I'm recording this on April 14th around 12:30 p.m. At 6 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be in council chambers presenting the results of the pavement management project we just completed. The city council members, they don't really honestly care about AI distresses or how it was developed or anything like that. What they're interested in is what is the current state of my roadways? Based on my current budget and the current process that we use, how are we trending? Are the roads getting better, staying the same, or are they getting worse? Right? If they've got a target PCI of a 70, but their current PCI is a 60, what's it going to take to get the job done? And it's not just dollars and cents. You have to take a look at the approach. If you're in a worst to first situation, meaning you're spending all the money on the worst pavements year in, year out, no preventive maintenance, no preservation, you're never going to get there unless you just really double, triple, quadruple the dollar amounts that you're spending each year to get there. The vendor, the consultant should be able to prepare and show the different types of results based on different types of activities, opportunity costs, where those things are. For example, I'm going to leave you with this here. We're going to wrap this thing up because we're about the 15-minute mark. Common sense says if you spend more, you should get a better result. That's the common sense. But you have to show the how, why, what, where, all of those things and in between. The other thing I want to ask you is this. It's very simple. Do you think if you spent $1 million doing just mill and overlay versus spending $1 million and doing, say, 70% mill and overlay, 30% preventive and preservation, which one of those processes do you think will yield the better PCI result in the end? Again, same dollar amount right there, $1 million. Which one of those processes do you think yields the better impact and overall score and health for a more safe, reliable roadway network? That's the question I'm going to leave you with. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Until the next one.